Now, everybody, it is my pleasure to welcome Odessa to the couch here today. Odessa, welcome to the studio. It's so glad to have you here.
Thank
you're
you.
going to tell us a little bit about the American Heart Association. Now, American Heart Month is just around the corner, and it's a time when we shine a spotlight on heart and brain health. I understand you have a personal connection. Can you share your story?
Of course. So in 2021, I had been searching for a diagnosis for a bunch of chronic pain issues I was having, just in general, feeling very sick. And while we were doing testing for autoimmune diseases, we ended up finding out that I am missing my left coronary artery. So I don't have it. And so whenever I tell people, it's always funny to watch their reactions because people usually don't know that that's possible.
No.
Yes. And so I've just kind of been, that's something I just live with. And, luckily I had a full workup. And as of right now, I don't need heart surgery. So I spend my time raising awareness and showing people that anybody can have heart issues, and even me, and I'm only 19.
Wow. How are you doing today?
I am doing good in terms of my heart. I also have a genetic disease called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which also affects my heart in terms of how my valves function. So every day is a little bit of a struggle, but I am happy that I do not need a major heart surgery as of right now.
That's wonderful. I'm so happy and thankful for that. What do you want people to know about heart disease?
I want people to know that it can happen to anybody. You're not exempt from anything. And when I was first diagnosed with my condition, I felt like, wait, this doesn't happen to me. This happens to other people. But no, it can really happen with everybody. And everybody has a mom, dad, siblings that have these kind of things. And it's really important that we know that this can happen to anybody. And so it's really important to care for ourselves.
Great. Now, we're coming up on some important times for the American Heart Association. Go Red for Women is the American Heart Association's movement to raise awareness about heart disease and stroke among women. Now, how have you been involved with Go Red for Women, other than your fantastic Go Red shoes that you're wearing
Oh,
today,
thank
which
you
are
so
fabulous?
much. Thank you. I served as an ambassador for the program in 2021. I have raised local awareness, volunteered, really been able to make some wonderful friends within the community, always sharing my story to friends, family, anybody who will listen to me talk, right? Even my wheelchair color being red, just doing anything I can to get out there and get my message across to people.
It looks like we've got some slides up there too, showing some people going red from different organizations, which is fantastic. Now, National Wear Red Day lands on the first Friday of February every year. Can you share when it is this year and what Go Red for Women is asking all of us here to do?
Yes, so Go Red for Women Day is February 2nd this year, and we are asking everybody to wear red that day, whether you go to the office and you wear red, or you post on social media about it, or if you just have a family get-together and everybody wears red. It means a lot to us to have people celebrate with us, because it can be very lonely and isolating to live with these kind of illnesses, and it's nice when we see everybody celebrate and show that they're part of our team.
That's awesome. Now, I'd love to hear some ideas you might have on how someone could celebrate National Wear Red Day. Tell us what you want us to do.
Yes, of course. So, of course, with wearing red, you can take a lovely walk that day, maybe with your pets, family, preparing heart-healthy meals, posting on social media and tagging the American Heart Association with our hashtag #GoRedWA. Those are all really simple ideas you can do to be part of the community for American Heart Association.
So there's that challenge out to everyone. Wear red on that
Yes.
first Friday of February. Now, how is the community planning to celebrate National Wear Red Day? I'm guessing there's probably some events that are going to coincide with that.
Yes, we are very lucky to have several local landmarks around the Puget Sound glowing red for that day, which will be really nice to see, just the community involvement, and of course all the pretty lights in the city being red. So we're very excited to see that and grateful for the opportunity that they're willing to join in on our celebration.
Now, I'm curious, how do you plan to go red? You've already got your great shoes, your
I
great
do.
wheelchair that's red. What other things are you going to do to go red?
I plan on spending time with my family, hanging out with my animals, my dogs, maybe taking a little walk that day, preparing a meal with my mom, thinking, reflecting back on my heart experience and just kind of reminiscing about all that I've been through, and that I'm still here today, and I'm lucky to be here, and just making it every day count.
That is wonderful. Now, if viewers want to learn more about National Wear Red Day, where do we go?
Yes, so you can follow us on Instagram or Facebook at American Heart Association. We also have a Go Red for Women account. We also have the hashtag Go Red WA. You can see everybody's photos, and you can also visit the American Heart Association.org for our website.
Wonderful. Now, I have some questions. As you know, you have a condition that you're missing an artery.
I am.
What led you to ask yourself, I need help, something's wrong? And what can people look out for in their own lives to say, I don't feel right, maybe I should go in and see somebody about this?
Yes, I think trusting your intuition if something is wrong is really important. I think a lot of people are unfortunately scared to go to the doctor, and for understandable reasons. I mean, I've definitely been there myself. For me, it was just feeling just so much pain, and my heart issue was an incidental finding, really. But as scared as I was to continue kind of down what were kind of rabbit holes, it was always, something that pushed me to find that answer. And I think the people who have that strength and capability to keep going even when it looks like a dark tunnel, like those are people that should be celebrated. For the people who are scared of that, we see you, we understand you, and we are here to support you the whole way because your health is important.
Wow. It is a good reminder that trust your instincts.
Yes.
If something doesn't feel right, it's probably not right.
Absolutely.
Go to the doctor.
Yes.
Now, you're an ambassador.
I am.
How did you become the ambassador? I mean, it's delightful having you here today. You have such a great knowledge of everything, and I could probably sit and talk to you for hours. But when did they come and say, you're an ambassador now? How did you become a part of that program?
So shortly after I was diagnosed with my heart condition, I actually reached out to the American Heart Association. I am an artist, and I paint a lot of things that have to do with the heart and medical stuff in general. So I had reached out asking if they would be interested in using my art for advertising or ways I could get involved. And it became so much more than just a simple contact form research. I got really involved, and everybody was so supportive at the American Heart Association. I made such great friends, and they all wanted me to be a part of something bigger and really work with them, which was so nice.
That's wonderful. Now, as an artist myself, I know that life events change our art. Did you see a change in how you made your art?
I did. I really did. I think I started more from, maybe finding inspiration photos online of maybe some animals in the field, and that was nice. But after, I think when you realize, for me, that I technically should not be alive because I'm missing such an important artery, I think that just changed my perspective on life, on art, on everything. And so being able to incorporate my medical journey through art to continue that awareness and kind of have that as a hidden feature, I think is really important. It just continues pushing that look, I'm an artist, I'm a student, I'm a daughter, and I'm also a heart survivor.
Now, if I go to the Museum of Modern Art in the next 10 years, am I going to see pieces by you maybe?
Oh man, I hope so.
What does the future look like for you? What are your future plans?
I know, that's always such a tough question for somebody who's battling, diseases and things like that. It is hard to sometimes come up with a picture of what life looks like, but I am looking forward to, beginning college. I've had to take a gap year off, and I would love to be a disability rights attorney, really create some change within my community, within the justice system, and make this a better place for everybody, and really stand up for people who have a hard time standing up for themselves, or people who just need the help. I've been there, and I want to give back every day, all day.
I can't wait to see what trails you blaze going forward. Before we end our segment today, Odessa, is there anybody you want to thank? I know Mom is here.
Yes.
But is there anybody you want to thank in the community, or anybody who's been an inspiration to you?
Yes, I would love to thank my family, especially my mom. She has been through everything with me and has been my biggest support And I have a wonderful dad and a lovely younger sister, and they have been with me through it all. And, just the people at the American Heart Association for doing what they do. And also my support with Ehlers-Danlos with my genetic disease that also causes me my heart issues at Connective Strength, which is a support group that I'm a part of. I'm very thankful to the people who have really welcomed me in and has made me part of their family.
That's wonderful. And I know that you serve as such a beacon for people who might be suffering those same afflictions to come to as well. So thank you for everything you do to make our community better. And I'm so happy you were able to join us today. And what day are we supposed to wear red?
February 2nd.
February 2nd, make sure you wear red. I know I'm going to be wearing some red that day as well. We've still got a lot coming up for you today in the rest of our program. Hang around as Jackie and Stephen from the Buffalo Soldiers Museum join us. And then later in the program, we'll have Tacoma Little Theater with Annie and Marilyn. And our final bit of cooking as we meet the Asia Pacific Cultural Center. And Linda is already preparing things over in the corner of the studio. And boy, does it look good. Linda, can you give us like a sneak peek of what some of the ingredients are?
Oh, this is a feast for you. We have plenty of vegetable and vegetarian option, and also meat and seafood. Everything you want is going to be here.
I didn't have a big breakfast today, so I can't wait to see what's going to come up in that final segment. We'll be back in just a few minutes, everybody. Thank you, and hang around.